in these colors. Underway from Ohio Stadium. And within the smoke, a fair catch was called and made by Parrish. And that'll bring out this young freshman quarterback, redshirted last year, but Drake Lindsey, Todd mentioned it early, Darius Taylor, a junior from Detroit, missed the last couple of games with an injury, back in there in the backfield, and that is a huge plus for this team. A dynamic playmaker, number one in white. Bierman was the motion man.
Wow, they called timeout.
They got it.
Minnesota, their first of the half, 30.
Play action on first down. Lindsey delivers, caught by Bierman, and he gets dragged down after a gain of 5 by Igbinosun. DJ Fleck loves his flexibility, can still leverage at his size. Second down and 5 from the 30. Another completion, this time it goes to Jalen Smith.
He's an all-around outstanding football player.
Fresh set of downs after a couple of catches for this offense. Drake Lindsey talked about staying ahead of schedule. First touch for Taylor. He tries to find the hole, and he gets plugged up quickly by Igbinosun. Javon Tracy, the motion man, on second down and 9. Cam Davis, the back in for Taylor. Third throw for Lindsey is another completion over the middle, back to Jalen Smith.
Best
Taylor,
pass rusher right there, Caden Curry.
Taylor is at the bottom of the screen as a wide receiver. Play clock at 5. Third and 5 from the 40. Lindsey feeling it, and he got rid of it to Taylor for the first down.
This is so well done because this is a free rusher, a lot differently than the guy they faced a week ago.
So already a couple first downs on this opening drive. You can see Lindsey starting to learn how to play with this crowd. First down, it's a run up the middle for Femi Ijaboy, and he goes nowhere. An absurd performance against Washington with 5 TFLs and 3 sacks. Second down and 10. Lindsey with good protection in the pocket. Stands tall, delivers wide open. It's caught by Jamison Gears. It's Lindsey. Quick throw to the outside, another catch. This time it's Brockington who gets dragged out of bounds. Close, and Bibber in motion on second and 1. Taylor is the back, fake it to him. It's Lindsey again. This time he goes towards the sideline again, and they're going to call it incomplete.
Receiver,
I think that's down, though.
He stays down.
That's a catch.
It looked like the left foot was down. He's the youngest of the receiving core. 0 touchdowns and 2 field goals.
Taylor is dangerous in the backfield. They fake it to him. Lindsey again with time. Rainbow delivery, and his first incompletion is a throwaway in the direction of Pierce Walsh.
And keep your eye on that guy, Caleb Downs. He's the orchestrator back there.
On the rollout, Lindsey delivers. It's caught, but not for much. Brockington met immediately. Sonny Styles was in the area. Davis is a dangerous pass catcher out of the backfield. Rush comes. Lindsey fields. Lindsey rolls. Got it in stride, but it was dropped by Tracy. After 12 plays, it's a 27-yard attempt, and Brady Denneberg just sneaks it in there.
Drake Lindsey was 31 of 41 a week ago, and he's 8 of 10 so far in the first possession tonight.
And this will be a touchback for the Ohio State explosive. He's a home run hitter, and they'll go to the air on first down. Sayin, through his progression, finds his intended target, Carnell Tate, and he gains 6 yards to bring up second and 4 for this.
So it'll be interesting to see just how that battle goes tonight.
First carry for Jackson, and he surges up the middle. First down, and Moore gets across the 35. They're starting to give him a little bit more responsibility. Second touch, and he just trucks a man.
For the tough yardage, but he's got that home run ability.
Sayin, right on target. Jeremiah Smith game. Feels like his blocking has taken a step as well. 6 minutes to play in this opening quarter. Jackson tries to get through that first hole.
Joey Gerlich, number 19, is in his place.
But clear in motion, pressure up the middle. Sayin, sideline, Smith, incomplete. For the Gophers in the transfer portal. Came over after 2 seasons at Iowa, part of that stellar defense with the Hawkeyes. Third down and 9 now for Sayin. Deep drop with pressure. Got it to take, and he gets to the edge. He can. He fell. 47 yards against Minnesota 2 years ago. Play clock down to 1 because of the late sub. You had to allow Minnesota to get a late substitution in, and Ohio State's going to have to burn their first. Fielding from League City, Texas, by way of IMG Academy. Sends it and missed it. And here they have it from the 35. Davis the back, throw on first down. Look out on the edge. Football comes out, it's out of bounds. And we'll see if they rule it an incompletion or a fumble. A field goal. Ejeboy is the back. Lindsey, quick throw, and his tight end Gears wasn't even looking for it. Okay. They won't get it off.
Yeah.
Lindsey throws. Brockington comes to it, has some blocking, but he won't get there. He's one of the captains of this team, but he's got to be better, and he knows he's got to be better. It's an angling kick towards the sideline. Innes is going to let it bounce out of bounds, and we'll see where it went out. Just an impressive lineage, and that will continue. Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith, and many others. First down from the 9. Sayin looking to the outside for Tate, makes the grab, makes a man miss, and then gets second down and 4. Mylan Graham, sophomore receiver, in motion. It's a handoff. It's Jackson. Baranowski stands him up, and it's third down. See what they go with on third down and 1. Handoff, and the second surge might have gotten Donaldson enough. Converted to a running back at West Virginia. All 4 of his touchdowns this season have come from inside the 4. Sayin loading it up. Got a man. It's caught. Put it in the bucket for Carnell Tate. Big gain for this Ohio State offense down the field.
Well, he throws it to the wide side of the field, so the safety really can't get over to help. Gerald, we talked about the new cornerback in there.
Has been a bit more vocal this season and knows that his explosion can come because of the Smith attention. Now they get it to number 4. Make a man miss. Jeremiah Smith. First and goal, Ohio State. He is ridiculous.
Well, there's too much cushion. Look at that cushion. I mean, he's going to make a guy miss. You try to come up and break down on him. I think that was Kerry Brown, number 14. No chance.
It was a short pass into the end zone for a touchdown. Now it's first and goal. Donaldson, this is where he thrives. Diving forward, touchdown. Ohio State down the field, a 91-yard drive to get on the board. Tried his best. Here's a better look at it on this side of it. And it looks like, yeah, just about a couple inches short.
Behind the tight end, Bennett Christian.
They run it to finish the first, and Donaldson, this time a no-doubter. Touchdown, Buckeyes. You see that they certainly can be explosive when they want to be. Fielding is perfect. 7-3 Buckeyes. Fielding sends it away, and this one will be a touchback.
Loves it.
Darius Taylor just 1 carry. Here's his second. 1 yard so far, and this one's going to go for 2. It's the productive first drive, stalled out on the second drive. And now it's Lindsey again with a good pocket. Now he has to get away. Lindsey will just chuck it out of bounds.
Well, you can see this Ohio State defense, after that opening possession, they've tightened things down a little bit. Look, showing pressure, but it's not going to be pressure. It's going to be zone coverage. They show it. Actually, that's man coverage with a robber in the middle. That was Caleb Downs, and nowhere to go with the football for Lindsey. Kind of turning up the heat a little bit here after that opening possession.
Edric Houston got home. Bo Atkinson got some penetration, and it's third down and 8.
Got to try to move the chains here. Let your defense rest a little bit if you can.
Lindsey, Ohio State brings 4. He got rid of it in time. It's knocked away. Tight coverage by Lorenzo Styles, and a 3 and out for the Gophers.
Yeah, really nice rush by Arvell Reese. Watch Reese, number 8, come inside, and he's going to force this throw to happen before Drake Lindsey wanted to. Nice inside move. He's not picked up. Ball has to come out. And tight coverage by Lorenzo Styles down the field. Arvell Reese in this Matt Patricia defense has been a menace. He is a guy they move in a lot of different places. Very explosive athlete at the linebacker position.
Weston got off a good one last time. Another one here as he backs Innes up to the 20. He has to call for a late fair catch.
The game, understanding what defenses try to do to take him away.
Over the middle, it's Tate who vacuums it in. Now he's got some space to run. Good block by Smith. And Tate is finally wrestled down Another big gainer. Nestor has to catch up, but 17 goes for 49.
Well, here's Coy Parrish. He's up here on the line of scrimmage. It's an RPO fake, so that opens up right behind him. Coy Parrish was up around the line of scrimmage. It was a good read by Julian Sayin on the RPO, and another big play for the pass game.
First down from the 31. This time it's Bo Jackson. And snakes his way through a couple of blockers, gets close to the first down, 9.5-yard pickup. Devin Eastern has to come to the backfield and bring him down.
You're going to see the elusiveness of Bo Jackson. Again, he had 17 carries a week ago. He's going to make Nestor miss. And he is the guy out of that three-back rotation that really has got the chance to be the home run guy. We've seen the strength and the power. We've seen the speed, and that time we saw the make-you-miss ability.
And now how about a combination? James Peoples in there for the first time on 2nd down and 1. And he's got the football. Stutter step move, first down. Inside the red zone for this Buckeye attack that is now clicking on all cylinders. Sayin's up to 158. Tate has 114 yards. He and Smith have all 7 receptions.
Well, this was an offense. Ryan Day told KT, we'd like to have a fast start. They did not have a fast start offensively a week ago. I mean, until late in the first half, they were scoreless, and they got the touchdown to Jeremiah Smith to take a 7-3 lead. But a much more effective and efficient start in this ball game.
People stays in there on first down from the 19. Sayin play action. Over the middle. Oh, that was dangerous. Coy Parrish nearly at a pick.
Well, he read it. He was going for Jeremiah Smith, and Coy Parrish is going to read this and watch him just kind of read the quarterback and make a play on the football. Looked pretty similar to a play he made in a high school all-star game against Jeremiah Smith as well. Snuck in front of it and just couldn't come down with the football.
PJ Fleck told us 3 takeaways would be the goal. If they can take the football away 3 times from this offense, they're going to give themselves a chance in this game. Opportunities like that have to be taken advantage of.
A lot of room up there.
Sayin's looking the other way, though. On 2nd and 10, he delivers a strike. Claire, did he get a foot down first? They're going to call it a catch and a first down.
A really athletic play by Claire. The ball was high. Does he get the first one down? Yep, easily. Can't get them both down, but you only need one. Max Claire, the transfer from Purdue, more the receiving athletic tight end, has not been targeted a ton here in this Ohio State offense, but a very effective weapon as a receiver.
He had 5 or more catches 8 times in his career at Purdue. He's done that 0 times so far this year. The #1 transfer tight end in the portal. 1st and goal with Jackson back in there. It's Bo, and he gets hit by Nestor in the backfield, kept the legs rolling and gains 2 yards.
Philip Daniels, the right tackle, the kid who transferred from Minnesota, lost his helmet. He's going to have to come out for a play. Nice job by Nestor knifing in there from his cornerback position. Got the first contact.
So Ohio State come away with a red zone stop, force a field goal on the opening Minnesota possession. Now can the Gophers do the same? It's 2nd and goal from the 6. Fake it to Peoples. Sayin through his progressions. Got rid of it just in time. Too high and too far for Carnell Tate out of bounds.
It's kind of a long developing play, and you're going to see a late rush. Watch the linebacker right here. It's going to be a delayed blitz. When he sees the block of the back go inside, he gets there, and Sayin just not able to make an accurate throw. Pressure also from Carter Menz, number 11, coming from the edge. Big 3rd down play here for the Gopher defense. Their best pass rusher, Anthony Smith, has been pretty quiet, number 0 so far.
Sayin rifles. It's caught. Jeremiah Smith. Touchdown Buckeyes. The Sayin to Smith connection is alive and well in Columbus.
Well, beautiful route. Watch the little head nod inside right there. The little head nod just froze Nestor, and that was all the separation Jeremiah Smith needed, and Sayin got him the football. Beautiful route. Just got the corner to bite a little bit inside and had enough separation for the touchdown catch.
Fielding on for the point after. 14-3. Caps off this last one just a couple plays down the field. And the Buckeyes have taken a 14-3 advantage. Another touchback.
Their ability to make adjustments on the fly. On-field adjustments. Pretty impressive so far.
Lindsay chased and perfect touch to find his intended target. It was Pierce Walsh who gets toppled for a gain of 10.
Yeah, nice job by Lindsay extending the play. What we've seen ever since that opening possession is more pressure as you see him have to leave the pocket and stickier coverage downfield. That time, Lindsay's ability to extend the play is what opened it up for his tight end. We see 4 different tight ends that will play in this Minnesota offense. Very integral part of what they do.
First catch of the year for Pierce Walsh, the redshirt sophomore. First down from the 35. Handoff. And Darius Taylor, gains 5 yards. He had gained 1 on his first carry, 2 on his second, and productive to make it now 2nd and 5 instead of 2nd and long.
Yeah, that's staying ahead of the chains, and it's also, you know, you've got to keep Ohio State honest. You can't let them just assume you're going to throw every down. And that's the best run of the game so far for Minnesota, by far.
Well, they've ran it only 4 times so far for 8 yards, thrown it 16 for 85, including a lot on that opening possession. Taylor stays in there on 2nd down and 5. Taylor's got the rock, and Taylor is going to set up 3rd and short for this Minnesota offense. And remember, missed the last couple of games with an injury, saw it kind of roll back to his feet there.
Really nice job by Dylan Ray, the number 73, the right guard, got a nice block on Arvell Reese that time to at least give him 3rd and short. Empty backfield.
Brockington in motion into the backfield, and they're going to hand it to him. Brockington won't get there.
So the guard's going to look back. You see the left guard looking back. He'll tap the center, and then they go.
It's Taylor. Didn't get it.
Nope.
Buckeyes were ready for it. And Ohio State sitting pretty with excellent field position.
So the guard's going to tap the center, and Styles is just going to time it. And he's going to get into the backfield and force Darius Taylor to kind of push that play out a little bit. And Jermaine Matthews was able to come from the edge and make the tackle. I never liked 4th and 1, being in the shotgun. I like being under center where you can use an audible snap count. Might even draw them off sides. You put the quarterback 5 yards back. You have to use silent count on the road. And they timed up the snap and made the play.
So, Fleck gets aggressive. Now let's see if the Buckeyes capitalize. Take the reverse. Sayin, load it, wide open. Tarnell Tate, 44-yard touchdown. One play, a major strike for the Buckeyes.
Watch the attention that Jeremiah Smith gets. He's going to go in motion, and that's going to take the safety out. So it's one-on-one, and he absolutely turns around Zaquan Bryant, number 4. The motion removed the safety from the equation, and Julian Sayin with another explosive pass play to Carnell Tate.
Todd, that's his 3rd catch tonight of 40-plus yards. Chewing up this defense. He's got 6 for 158 and a touchdown. We're not even midway through the 2nd as Fielding adds the extra point.
Thought he would deliver some of those to the booth.
The great Jerry Emig, the SID here at Ohio State. And a touch of the football. You saw the touch on that deep ball. And now a big hole for the Gophers as Taylor has the first touch of the possession, and he loses a yard for 5. They put gears in motion. They bring 4. Lindsay, sideline, one-on-one. A lot of tugging, but in.
Well, that's clearly holding.
There is no foul for pass interference on a play.
Ohio State still looking for their first sack of the game. Caden Curry had 3 by himself last week. Here he comes around the edge, and there goes the first sack. Arvell Reese cleans it up in the backfield. 4th and forever.
One of the things that makes this defense so special this year is Caden Curry's one of those guys who can play a lot of spots. He's a defensive tackle, and he's going to get the initial pressure. Normally, he's a defensive end, but on 3rd and long, they move him inside. It's a good rush also by the transfer from North Carolina, Bo Atkinson, and then Arvell Reese there to finish it off.
So we'll see. Brendan Innes could have some room to work with. They do bring, but Ohio State can't get there in time. And now Innes will call for the fair catch and make it at the 28-yard line. As Ohio State will have the football from the 29-yard line. They'll also get it to start the second half. Swing it to Tate. He's been the star today. And he goes airborne, flipped over, and then got popped at the end for 162 and a touchdown. Ties his career high in catches, already a career high in yards. Now let's get Smith involved. To the outside, and Jeremiah makes it 3rd and 1.
And then the hands catch in the end zone, and Carnell Tate one-on-one with the big field. No match for Zaquan Bryant. And these two guys have really stepped up in the first half here for the Buckeye offense.
Can Minnesota get a stop? It's Bo Jackson, and it's a first down. He slipped through that first tackle and moves the chains at the 43-yard line.
Well, this is a tough time right now for Minnesota because, remember, they won the toss and elected to receive. Ohio State will get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. They have a chance to really take advantage here of the middle 8 of the game, the last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. Minnesota not having a lot of answers on how to stop or slow down this Buckeye offense right now.
Ohio State feels like they passed their first 2 tests of the year. Good protection now for Sayin. He's got all day to throw and then just goes short for Claire. And he gets hit immediately by Bryan for a modest gain of 6. So the first week of the season, you get the preseason #1 in Texas here at home. And then last week, they felt like it was their first test, certainly within the Big Ten, going to Washington. And what was a close game into the 3rd quarter. And then finally, Ohio State broke through towards the end. Ryan Day said he was really happy, especially with a lot of inexperienced players in big spots, how they handled things when it didn't go perfect. And it set them up in this game.
Very low scoring first half. They took control of the game in the second half.
Pitch it. Innes has to get away. He did initially, and then he got decked by Devin Williams. So 3rd and short once again for the Buckeyes. And Innes is going to gingerly make his way to the sideline.
You know, we might even see Ohio State take a shot right here with the idea they would go for it on 4th down. They might be thinking 2-down territory right now. Ryan Day, Brian Hartline, a chance to put a real dagger in. It looks like a run set with a lot of big people in the game.
And it was whistled before, and a timeout for Ohio State.
Timeout, Ohio State.
So 3:29 to play. They take their final of this first half. Threatening once again, already with a 21-3 advantage. And you could see in the huddle, Julian Sayin had almost a sinister smile of what was about to happen. It looked like it was going to be just a quarterback push forward on a QB sneak. But we'll see if that changes now after this timeout. But so much credit to Sayin for how he's handled this position, replacing Will Howard, who Ryan Day described as a grown man leading this team. And Sayin knows that he's not Will Howard, but he took certain things from him and has blended it with his own personal style, staying authentic to who he is and leading this team.
Yeah, you mentioned it. The being authentic was the main thing he had to do.
Now he's going to be on the sideline as they come back out offensively.
Well, they got the backup quarterback in there, Lincoln Keenholz, who is a better runner, a bigger person. Now, it looked like Sayin would have easily made the first down on that quarterback sneak had they not called timeout. But now they have Keenholz in, who's a little bit more known as a runner on this 3rd and short.
Innes back out there as well. Good to see that. He's in the slot. 3rd and 1. Keenholz will run. Blocking from Donaldson. He lost his footing.
Lost his footing and may have lost a yard also, or half a yard.
John Nestor was there either way. It was about to be a foot race to the edge, and Keenholz might have lost it.
Yeah, here's Nestor right here. He's got the edge. He's the edge defender. Fights off the block of Donaldson really well. And kind of a wasted time out there. That play didn't really get him anything. think Ryan Day wanted him to run that ball inside instead of trying to bounce it outside. Lost a little ground, and now they got a punt.
So McGuire will send it away. They have Quentin Redding back there, and a flag is down, and this is going to back up a little further for the Buckeyes.
For the ball was snapped. False start. Offense number 5. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
First penalty of this game officially.
Yeah, that one doesn't really hurt Ohio State. They were lined up to punt anyway. Got a little bit more room now. Try to pin Minnesota deep. See if your defense can get the ball back here, even though you don't have any timeouts if you're Ohio State.
And now they've decided to put Coy Parrish back out there for the punt return. So initially it was going to be Redding when maybe they thought they would just fair catch it or let it fall into the end zone. Now they're seeing if Parrish can make something happen. Boot it, line drive, Parrish brings it in with a fair catch at the 10. Get ready for a new Law and Order Thursday. The squads are in action and justice will be sweet. New Law and Order Thursday, this Thursday on NBC and Peacock. So an important drive here. You've got 2:32 to play. You've got to go 90 yards if you want to score a touchdown. But at minimum, it feels like they need to find a way to get a field goal on the board with Ohio State getting the football to start the second half.
Yeah, and everything started so well for Drake Lindsey. Started 7 for 7. He's now 3 of his last 10. Not even over 100 yards passing right now. And Ohio State's defense has really clamped down after that first possession.
Play action on first down. And he finds his running back Cam Davis. Turn it up the sideline. He gets ushered out of bounds. Second down and 3 after the 2-minute timeout. Handoff. Taylor scampers forward for the first down to the 21-yard line. Minnesota has 1 timeout remaining here.
You always want to get that first down, you know, and see if you can get a little breathing room. And now we might see them open it up a little bit.
Just got to be so careful with the way that the Ohio State offense is humming. That one batted up and incomplete. First one batted, this one from Taiwan Malone Jr.
Now, this is a play where they show pressure. What they show in the pre-snap is not what they do in the post-snap. Show pressure, then they back out. It's just a 4-man rush, playing zone behind it. And a nice job getting a hand on the football by Malone.
So 146, and that's the danger with throwing. The incomplete pass to stop the clock and give a potential of Ohio State getting the football back to double dip. Second down and 10, again showing pressure. Taylor try to get to the outside. He's going to stay in bounds. He lost a yard.
Late getting it snapped and didn't get it off. And we've seen this a couple times. Again, their operation is the guard needs to look back and then alert the center. And for whatever reason, the guard is not looking long enough, and he's not ready to get the ball. So they 3 seconds, they haven't snapped it. He's given the signal, the guard's late, the center's late snapping the football. They've called timeout to avoid this. This time, they got the penalty.
Remains 3rd down.
They just really need to just speed up their whole operation. That means play call coming in and out of the huddle, quicker at the line of scrimmage.
It's Ejaboy on 3rd and 17. He runs into the umpire, and then Sonny Styles slowed him down initially. He got a lot of the yards, but not enough. Picks up 13, needed 17. Clock is going to dwindle down before Minnesota will punt it away.
I think Minnesota will take this all the way down and use their last timeout when it gets to about 2 seconds before they punt the football.
You don't even necessarily have to punt it. You could try to just run around and drain the clock all the way down as well, chuck it up and get it to zeros. But you see that PJ Fleck is talking to his punter Tom Weston before he calls the timeout. So we'll see where the clock ends up. I'll take it to 1 on the play clock, and there it is. Let's see if he can try to drain some of the clock. You've got to be careful. Ohio State probably sending everybody, and they are. And they just get it off. Weston got hit on the back end. The flag is down. And this one will bounce as Innes just lets it fall all the way to the 15. Carnell Tate, who tried to get in there to block it, had the angle, but just about a half-second slow.
Running into the kicker, defense number 17. The penalty is declined. That's the end of the first half.
A lot of people said last year if he was eligible, he would have been the first overall pick in the NFL draft. As this will be a touchback, so Minnesota decided to receive. Let's go to KT.
And I think Minnesota can't play much more man defense. Good stop on this first down run. He was a GA, he was an analyst, he was a student coach when he was in college at Western Michigan, and only in the last 4 years has he been an actual paid assistant coach.
Sayin has to get away, floats one. Oh, what a grab. Carnell Tate. Right now he can do no wrong, adding to his career high tally.
Well, Sayin does a nice job extending the play, but this is beautiful work on the sideline by Carnell Tate.
Down. Peoples in there now on first down from the 42. Fake it to him. Sayin to the outside. They've been looking to get their tight end Max Clare involved a little bit more here tonight after he graduated from Western as a student assistant. Peoples was in there, but a flag down, and will back up this Ohio State offense just a tad.
Before the ball was snapped, false start.
Or another, he coaches the safeties. And now he's a coordinator.
Sayin completes on 2nd and 6 to Clare to move the sticks.
And he doesn't force things down the field.
Pitch it. Jackson loses 2. The first couple minutes of this third, how important it is putting this team away. So the closer it gets in the third, advantage to Minnesota. It looked like a miscommunication there, and Sayin is just going to have to opening drive to this second half. Sayin, Minnesota only brings 3. Sayin gets away with a flag down. And Sayin is just going to turn it upfield, and then he gets leveled out of bounds. A big hit. Looked like it was legal from the freshman Emmanuel Carmo.
Looks like PJ's going to back him up.
Holding. Offense number 75. 10-yard penalty. Repeat third down.
As the defensive guy tries to disengage and make a play.
Now remember in the first half, Carnell Tate had 3 catches of 40 plus. Jeremiah Smith had 1 for 31 yards. Sayin steps up, gets rid of it. It's Smith, and it's sniffed out.
Now that's good defense, because this is the play they ran for a touchdown right at the end of the first half against Washington last week. It's designed to go underneath as a screen pass to Jeremiah Smith. Guys are blocking downfield. And that time Minnesota was ready for it, and it was well defended for no gain.
So Joe McGuire will punt it for the second time tonight. Coy Parrish standing back at his own 16-yard line. Hasn't gotten an opportunity yet, but we've seen how dangerous he is as a return man.
Low kick.
Parrish is going to have a chance from the 18. And Parrish stays on his feet. Flag is down. Parrish still has it across the 20. And finally swallowed up at the 25, but we wait for the penalty.
Illegal block in the back. Receiving team number 4. The penalty is half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, he said he actually didn't even want to play sports as a kid because that was what they were doing every morning, and that's what it was creating as Loya loses about 1.5 yards as Caleb Downs has created himself into a monster and the best defensive player in college football. That run is going to go for maybe 1 yard as Ojibwe disappears. 3rd and 10. Lindsey lofts sideline, incomplete. He led all FBS defenders last year with 16 penalties, but he did have a team high 9 PBUs. Brandon Innes will have some room to work with from the 44-yard line. Oh, he's going to throw it back across the field. Stiles is going to take it down the sideline. Good blocking, and Lorenzo Stiles has it to the 21. Special teams get special for the Buckeyes. Back here, Sayin on first down to Jackson on the outside. Weaves his way through. It's 1st and goal.
In the right spots. 18 for 21 now for 268 and 2 touchdowns.
Smith at the top of the screen, matched up with Bryan. Instead, it's Jackson up the middle. How can they get the freshman Jackson a touchdown? Hand it to him. Jackson, the hole. Jackson to the goal line. And they're going to mark him short. on the full extension to the goal line.
After review, it is a touchdown.
Very concise. 4 different players now with a touchdown for Ohio State. Fielding stays perfect on extra points. And Lorenzo Styles was just more frustrated that he didn't score after the play. Either way, it sets up the eventual score, 28-3 for the Buckeyes as they booted away. And Parrish will call for the fair catch inside the 5. Our statistician doing work, and he's been put to work today with some of the numbers that Carnell Tate has put together as Igbenosin upends Ejeboy on that carry.
They're just controlling the action. Ever since that first possession, Minnesota has gotten nothing.
Brockington in motion, free rusher came, and it was nearly picked and nearly caught, and instead it's just incomplete. It's 3rd and 8, another 3rd and long. Pressure comes off the edge on both sides. Brockington has the short catch, and he loses yards.
Moved to linebacker, and that's really the more natural position for him.
So Weston will get this one off. Innis backs up from the 18. Gets in between 2. Now to the outside, and he gets tripped up. Breakdown. 11 carries for Jackson, only 1 for Peoples and 3 for Donaldson, including the touchdown. Now the freshman Isaiah West is in the game. Instead they go to Tate. Already with a career high in catches and yards, he adds to it. Last 200-yard receiver in a game for Ohio State was Jackson Smith in Jigba. That was that crazy 347. Sayin, sideline, caught. Smith out of bounds for a first down for about 240 yards in just 21 completions for the Buckeyes. Sayin got smothered at the end and delivered a dime to Max Clare here in this one. Jackson back on the field, buffs it to the outside. Bo Jackson picks up 9.
Pretty dynamic.
Take the pitch. Sayin looking towards the end zone. Incomplete. Tight coverage by Parrish on Max Clare, the tight end. An exceptional game. This time it will be Sayin to push it forward for the first down.
Yeah, nice job by that same freshman tight end, Nate Roberts, number 83, lined up as the fullback. Watch, he's going to get right in behind Sayin to give him a heck of a push. And an easy conversion for the first down.
Quarter winding down, Sayin heading towards the sideline. They'll have to snap it, or no, Sayin back into the huddle, I should say, as they will have to snap it at least one more time here before the end of the 3rd. Handoff. It's Jackson to the outside. First down and goal coming up as we will get out of bounds. First and goal to start the 4th quarter with James Peoples in the backfield. Sayin keeps, Sayin throws, touchdown. Jeremiah Smith, his 2nd of the night, and Sayin has his 3rd.
Another RPO throw to kind of hold the defensive linebacker, open up the window. Watch, you're going to throw off of this guy. The play fake's going to hold the linebacker, and then you throw right in behind him. And then watch the strength of Jeremiah Smith's hands. Just reaches up and snatches the ball. Both of his touchdown catches were hand catches, grabbing the ball out of the air. He is as impressive as it gets as a wide receiver.
This is his 21st game played, and it's already his 5th multi-touchdown game. 35-3 after the extra point from Fielding.
They have played extremely well.
Another fair catch made inside the 5 by Parrish. The way that Carson Beck has played in a couple of these big games at night in particular has certainly lived up to what Miami hoped he would bring to the roster.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 2, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Uncharacteristic
That's
mistake
number
from
2's
Caleb
first
Downs.
unsportsmanlike of the game.
Let's take a look. He got hit late.
Yeah, that's a late forearm to his head. I mean, that should have been a penalty on Minnesota.
So it's instead a first down from the 39-yard line. Hand it. Ejiboy through the hole. Stays on his feet. And the best run of the night for Minnesota goes for 11 all the way to midfield.
To kind of step up and be that other weapon in the backfield.
First time in Buckeye territory in the second half. It's Ejiboy again, and he explodes forward for another 8.5 yards. Mentor some of the backs that they had for last year's team. And now they're hoping that Ejiboy can develop into a similar type of player as his career continues to transpire. This is going to be a first down carry for Cam Davis. PJ Fleck was asked about how they held Washington in just 6, and he's like, well, they're holding opponents to 5. So Washington actually outperformed what they were expected to do. As that one gets dumped down to Davis.
Can mix and match a lot of defensive concepts.
Not to mention the experience now of Igbinosun on the outside, who's been a starter the last couple of years for this defense. Ejiboy back in there for second down and 3. High snap handled. Ejiboy snakes his way for a first down and then some. Gets across the 25. And again, Minnesota is knocking on the door of the red zone. Keep feeding him this time. It goes nowhere. He'll lose a yard. He gets engulfed. Guys that came in expecting to be high-level contributors earlier in their career waited their turn and have been splashing through this season. Now Lynch is going to take a shot, and it's incomplete. A potential decision on a 4th and short or get the first down here on this 3rd down and 11. Free rusher Styles up the middle. They set the screen up and nowhere to go. Denneberg has missed 2 field goals the last 2 weeks. This one a 41-yard attempt, and it is pushed wide to the right.
It's been outstanding, but it was a tight competition. This was not decided until the middle of August.
First down line brought to you by T-Mobile, and James Peoples finds that first down and then signs that he's felt as he tries to rattle him every day at practice as Keenholz drops back his first throw of the night with plenty of time, and he fires a dart. It is caught by Quincy Porter, and the freshman gets it across midfield for a gain of 15.
Illinois has really turned things around since the last time we saw them. Oh, man.
Peoples, look out! Down the sideline! Peoples ducked down! Know where their eyes are going. Pass protection with their young quarterback. Donaldson's played by far the most football. We saw Donaldson carry it 4 times tonight, as this one will go for 3. He said he estimated somewhere around 10 times a year. You're getting legitimately tackled if you're at that level. And obviously all the guys playing here were at that level, including Peoples, who bumps up the middle and dives forward close to a first down. Keenholz on the give. Peoples up the middle. First and goal for the Buckeyes. 326 coming from the arm of Sayin. Porter the motion man. Peoples on the give. Makes the cut and then gets planted. So any extra work for him is also welcome. Keenholz will take it himself for the touchdown. Big-bodied, able-running junior quarterback getting it done to cap an impressive drive down the field.
Remember the 3rd down that he didn't get? He tried to bounce it outside. Ryan Day said, why didn't you run it inside? Well, this time he does run it inside. Follows Peoples as a lead blocker. They pull the backside guard, Gabe Van Sickle, number 58. And the quarterback powers it into the end zone.
Replay has determined the ball was short of the goal line. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line.
So we thought.
Yeah, but it's still a good run.
3rd and goal. Keenholz surging forward, and he's in. Touchdown, Ohio State. 42-3. And that's 3:30 Eastern on Peacock, and then we wrap it up. Michigan at USC, 7:30 Eastern on NBC. This game is over, and he was correct.
Yeah.
So 2 things. 1, you've got to have contingency plans, and 2, this is a player's game above all. And now for Fleck, it's about contingency plans, not just for this game, but more so now moving forward in the season. You've got Purdue at home, then Nebraska at home. You go to Iowa. Those are 3 tricky games coming up for a Minnesota team that clearly has talent. We saw it on the opening drive. Drake Lindsey has a lot of ability.
Yeah.
They're just going to have to figure it out now moving forward.
Yeah, they do. I mean, this is not a bad football team by any stretch. They knew that they were going to have to get some turnovers to be in this game. And credit to Ohio State. They protected the football. Julian Sayin did a great job. Did not put the ball in harm's way.
By the way, you like PJ's hair back in the day?
How about
that was impressive.
it? Yeah.
Impressive lettuce.
And you know what? I think you talk about his reverence for Jim Tressel, and I think that's got to be why he wears the tie every week, you know, in homage to the governor, as he used to be called here.
Ojibwe goes for 12. The other thing that he did bring up, we asked him about Brian Hartline on that team, who was a redshirt freshman on the 06 Buckeyes squad, playing behind some really talented players. And he said the thing that stuck out and why he feels like Hartline is such a great coach, he sees it himself, sees it in Ryan Day, who echoed the same sentiments that sometimes, look, Brian Hartline, uber talented guy, played in the NFL, had nearly 5,000 yards in his NFL career, but compare him to Ted Ginn Jr. and some of the other guys on that team, his natural ability wasn't at that same level as Ojibwe gets swallowed up here. Michigan in Ann Arbor, trying to get rid of that 4-game losing streak to the Wolverines.
Yeah, I mean, the success that Ryan Day has had here is
undeniable,
incredible, right?
Yes.
He's going to go to 50-1 against unranked opponents, and that one loss was to Michigan last year, 20-13, when they were a +20 favorite in the game, and it was here in Columbus, which was even more unbelievable. And yet the silver lining was that team responded and rebounded and played at a different level completely once they got into the college football playoff.
He's got 10 losses in his career. 4 of the 10 are to Michigan. It's almost hard to believe, especially with the dominance they had early in his tenure of the Big Ten. A ton of credit to Vandy for what they've built the last 2 years.
Well, that Ty Simpson, I'll tell you, after that opening loss to Florida State, there's no quarterback in the country that's played any better than him.
No question about it. Phillip Bell is going to call for a fair catch here for Ohio State, and just in front of the 20-yard line, bring it in. Ride their way to a 5-0 start, coming off the national title. Keen Holtz under center, led them on the touchdown drive last time out. He will take the knee. Minnesota won't stop it, and Ohio State with a dominant effort, 42 unanswered points to move to 5-0 on the season in a 42-3 win over Minnesota.